Good afternoon. Oh, good evening. Can you guys hear me?
Yes. Hello.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm great, thanks. I'm not
Good
stationary
evening,
again like last
everyone.
week.
Good evening.
Huh?
I said I'm great. I'm still out. I'm not home yet, so I have to be muted while the class is going on.
Okay, that's fine. Yes, sir. If you have any questions, just type them in the chat if you can't talk.
Okay, thanks.
Yep. What's up, Matthew?
How are you doing, Alan? I tried reaching you. I know you must have been very busy for the holiday, I guess.
Yeah. I didn't see you. What did you call or?
Yeah, I called and then I sent a message as well.
Oh, okay. What you need? Oh, what? Tell me what's going on.
Yeah, so I just joined the class last week, so you had asked me to reach out to you so that you can bring me up to speed. But I think you were busy. You must have been quite busy. So just to catch up with the three previous classes that I had missed, although I did try to watch some of the videos.
Did you were able to see him in the group?
Yes, I was able to see the videos.
Okay, so tell me what you have what do you have questions? You have any questions at this point? What do you think?
Yeah, so what I'm trying to do is I want to start out on the right footing. So I guess first thing first, to register an LLC is the first thing I'm planning on doing. And I just want to be sure that I'm doing it right. I know they were saying if you register a home health versus home care, um, you might run into problems. So I just want to be sure I'm doing things the right way that I'm supposed to do it.
Are you in Maryland, right?
I'm in Maryland, yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. So it doesn't really matter. You talking about the name, the actual name?
The name, yeah, of the
Yeah, you don't have to
LLC.
worry about the name. It's more about the license that you're gonna go after. So what name have you been thinking about? Have you come up with a name yet?
Yeah, several names. I think I might have to zero in into one of them, but again, because it has to do with home health and home care, I haven't really streamlined it. But I guess when I talk to you, if you're saying it doesn't matter, then I will now know which name to pick.
Which name are you thinking about?
I have let me see here. I have Bright Future Home Care. I have Everstar Care LLC, Bright Star Home Care, Everstar Home Care, Dedicated Helping Hands. I have the Solid Rock Home Care, Devoted Helpers. I just came up with several names, but I haven't really zeroed in on one yet.
Yeah, you can't use Bright Star. Take that off your list. That's already a company.
Okay, take that off the list. Okay.
Yeah, Bright Star that's one of the biggest ones in the country.
Are they new? Because I never heard of them. But are they like new?
No, they're not new. They've been around for a long time.
Bright Star. Okay. All right. Took it off then. I took that
Mhm.
off.
Yeah, all of those sound good, man. So just pick one and don't spend too much time. See, I feel like you was telling me before that, you'll get kind of stuck at certain points and things like that. Like I know that the name is important, right? But you don't want to spend months trying to come up with your name. And the next thing you're going to do, once you create your name, you're going to have to get a logo. And you don't want to spend months and months just trying to pick a logo. You feel what I mean? Like some of this stuff, I know it's important to you and you want to make sure it's exactly right, but um you got to move. You got to make decisions. You don't want to spend too many months, but like few days here and there thinking about it. Talk to your family, talk to your friends, get some second, third opinions, stuff like that. Come here, talk to us. But as far as the name and the logo, the colors, I don't want you to get stuck in that space. You know what I mean?
Mm, okay.
Yeah, it seems like that's gonna happen, man. So we're gonna have to make sure you don't get stuck on the small stuff. Not saying that it's not important, but
Yeah.
you want to get to the business because you're not if you're not making money. It's just a hobby. You know what I mean? You just playing around.
Right. Right.
Um, Winston, how you doing, brother? I see you just popped in.
I'm good, man. How you been?
I'm good, man. How was you guys' holidays?
It was good, man. Can't complain. Just still hustling.
Awesome, awesome. Tell me how your last few weeks been? How you been making out?
Well, last week I met with a potential client, but she wanted to go through Medicaid, and we're not ready for Medicaid yet. So that didn't go too well. This week I started email marketing,
Mm.
to a couple companies. I have a list of about 1,000 uh people that I'm trying to reach out to. So I'm gonna start doing that. And then next month I'm gonna do a start cold calling campaign. Next month cold calling as well as um postcards. Because right now I'm trying to target private pay, and I'm not sure how to really target it. I started the SEO campaigns, but I'm still like maybe on the second or third Google page right now. So,
Okay.
still working on that.
Yeah. The quickest way that I like that you can get to market, man, believe it or not, it's like my tested, time tested way to get directly to the consumers has been street signs.
Oh,
Um, I don't,
really? Okay.
I don't know if I ever posted. I'm gonna post it in the group for you guys real quick, so you can have an idea what I use and what I do, what works for me to kind of gets the phone ringing pretty quickly.
Like loan signs?
Yep, exactly.
Okay. All
But you
right.
put them on like busy intersections.
Got it. I'm even thinking about getting a magnet on both my cars.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely you want to do that.
Do you know any companies that are kind of affordable?
Um, I would look at dirt cheap signs. It's called
Okay.
Vista. I put all the links in the I put the links in the group. I
Sounds
put the
cool.
links in the group. 1 second.
Yeah, and do you recommend putting signs out of maybe 30 miles away from where you live? Because where I live right now, people don't really make that much. So I probably have to go like 20, 30 miles out.
Yeah, you want to go where there's the wealthiest community you got access to. That's pretty
Oh
much how
yeah,
I look at
yeah.
it.
Surprisingly, I think even though Connecticut is not that big, but I think Connecticut has it might be the first or second wealthiest state in America.
Yeah, yeah. Connecticut is rich, man.
Yeah,
You just
so
got to
I'm
get
about
to
to,
the communities, the right
yeah,
communities. That's all.
oh yeah, I'm about to just go out maybe like an hour away and just put some signs. I have to Google the wealthiest neighborhoods close by and target those places rather than the local farmers who survive on chicken eggs and.
Yeah, yeah. You definitely want to
Mhm.
go out. Hold on, I'm putting a sign in there for you guys, so you just kind of get an idea of what I'm talking about. Um, you try to put out like 125 signs a week.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, in different. Well, we go to different counties, so
You
you
said a
kind of
hundred
spread it out
signs
to
a
like
week?
five different counties, huh?
You said about 100 signs a week?
Yeah, like 100, 125 signs a week, and
Okay.
believe it or not, that'll help you. Like in the beginning, to just get your phone ringing
All
while
right.
your SEO and
Yeah.
a lot of times people just can't afford to run ads like that. So
Yeah. Now, have you ever had issues with city officials
yeah, so sometimes
contacting you
they'll
not allowed? Yeah.
yep, sometimes they'll make you come take them up. So
Oh
what you
wow.
can do is put them out on Friday and pick them up on Sunday.
All right. That works. That's
Yeah,
smart, man.
so you don't lose them. So you
Got
don't
it.
got to
Got it.
keep buying them.
Okay. Got it. Cool. Cool. Cool.
So
All right, man.
I'm gonna put the information here, the people that you can communicate with, and just tell them that you're working with me, then they'll give you a discount.
All right. Yeah. Because I mean, you saying 100, and I'm like, man, 100 street signs must be what, like 200, $300, maybe more.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's going. They can get They can get expensive.
Yeah. Plus you gotta pay for the steak separately sometimes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So do you do both sides or just like one side?
Both sides. Or you can do one
Oh,
side, it don't matter. Whatever you can afford, you know what I mean? Whatever you can afford, that's what you do.
yeah. Cool, cool. All right, man, yeah. That was really good info. Appreciate it.
Hold on, I'm about to I'm posting it now. I just wanted to get the picture and get the contact person.
All right.
So yeah, man. Um and also so what are you thinking about? So when you're thinking about postcards, you could look into you how what was your idea for
Yeah.
postcards?
Well, I was actually going to go through Staples. They have a very affordable EDDM and they have some nice routes. So I can select the income for the household and the age range that I want to, attract also.
Exactly, that's it. So what you do is you get your list from that's just what I was gonna say, EDDM.
Yeah.
I didn't know you can go through Staples. You can go straight to the post office too.
Yeah,
But
but I mean for the post office, don't you have to like print the cards yourself
no,
and
no, the post office do the same thing.
oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So you could just kind of see who's cheaper.
Yeah.
The post office, they'll actually come to your house and talk to you about it. They'll send somebody to come talk to you.
Oh,
But
really? Okay. Cool.
yeah, or you could just go up there like schedule a meeting. But what you want to do is you pick the specific routes, like you
Yeah.
said,
The highest
the
income
most senior
independent.
and the most
Yeah.
wealthiest routes in your that you got access to.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're gonna have to go out a little further. But
Yeah.
most people, people that don't live in a rural area, they won't have to go out, 40, 30, 40, 50 miles. But, that's just what it is for you, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Um, so you get the routes, you do your get a nice brochure, and then you just, you just keep testing it, keep testing different things and
Yeah.
hitting those routes. And then those routes can also be your routes for your signs. So
Got
when
it.
you're putting out
Yeah.
your signs, yeah.
Yeah.
And how
I mean,
huh?
now go ahead.
How I place my signs out, I pay someone to do it, but you guys won't have, you can do it yourself in the beginning, but you could kind of like go. I use Google Maps. So what
Mm-hmm.
I'll do is I'll go on Google Maps and then I'll write down all the intersections where there could be placed, like where there's grass on all four corners. So that because
Yeah.
you don't want to go to places where you want to know where you're going when you get out there, because you don't want to be kind of trying to figure it out as you go. You want to make sure
Yeah.
you have your routes set. So you'll
Yeah.
find like, 20 routes, or depending on how many signs you're gonna be putting out. I mean 20 drops, like depending on how many signs you can be putting out that night. Like I said, you don't have to do 100. You could put out 50. You could put out 35. Whatever, whatever you get, in different counties. But you don't want to flood the county, and you don't want to put them all in one. Like like if you got like a long strip, you don't want to put them at every light. You want to put it at like every 2 lights or every 3 lights, something like
Got
that.
it.
Yeah.
Got it.
But you can do all that on Google Map, create a route, kind of like do like a big U so it can kind of bring yourself back home. You know what I mean?
Got it.
So you just don't
Yeah.
go straight out and then you have to drive all the way back not doing nothing. So if you create like a U, you'll be working the whole time and you kind of be working your way back home. So
All right.
um I guess I could do like a live one day or some kind of and I can show you guys here how I just do it. It's real simple stuff. But it's really good stuff, man. And tell me a little bit about what you're doing with your email marketing. Winston? Oh, I think Winston got logged off. Anyway, we'll get it. Go ahead and he'll log back in. He always loses connection. Let me make sure he don't have to he can come right back in. So what we're gonna talk about today is Winston got a lot of good stuff going, and that's why I wanted you to come to this group. That's why I wanted you to come here, Matthew, so you can kind of just see what Winston is doing. He's pretty much in the
Cool.
same
Yeah.
place as you. Winston, you back?
Yeah. Yeah. I got disconnected. I'm back.
Yeah. So I was asking you about your email marketing. What you working on with that?
Yeah. So I'm using Apollo, Apollo.io.
Okay, I'm not familiar.
Yeah, so it's a really good email marketing tool. Uh, to use the premium or professional subscription, I think it's like $100 a month, and I was able to get about 10,000 emails. Um, Basically, they go through LinkedIn, and you can search by company size, industry, um, titles of the professionals you want to contact, and you can also create multiple email sequences. It's pretty easy to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I create 3 email sequences, and it sends automatically, like after 3 days and 4 days if I don't get
Yeah,
any
yeah,
response.
I understand. Yeah, like
Yeah, so
autoresponders. Yeah.
exactly. So yeah, I just started this week. I'm gonna try doing that for like 3 months. So I'm trying to market for. Actually, I came up with this idea to market for high retention healthcare professionals. So a lot of in the healthcare industries, I think about 50% of healthcare facilities have to replace their employees every year. Which is a lot. So I'm trying to see if I can provide some high retention employees for these companies as well, and do a little bit of consulting for them to help them get keep their employees longer, as well as
Hmm.
provide home care services. So that's what I'm marketing for those 2 services right now. And yeah, I'm gonna try it for 3 months, see how that goes.
And what's the name of the service you're using?
Apollo, APOLLO.io.
I think I seen like a advertisement for that on like
Because it connects to my personal email. So and I'm even able to track how many emails got bounced, how many email got opened,
mhm.
how many emails got rejected. So yeah, I'm able to track all of those, and it shows me my open rate and everything. So
Yeah, that's pretty good, man. That's
plus I
really
can make
good. And it's scraping them from it's getting them from LinkedIn for the
yep,
most part.
and they also give you 3 business numbers, so I can also make calls straight from the website.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah,
Awesome.
and the calls get recorded too, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Let us know how that works out for you, man. Let us know how that works out, and we'll see if that's something that's worth sharing.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, so today we was, and then I think you was discussing. We were talking about last time we were on. I think you mentioned about getting a virtual assistant, and that's kind of what we're gonna be talking about today. So we're gonna get right into it. Um, leveraging virtual assistants, administrative healthcare virtual assistant services is a service that we actually offer. Um, what are some of the things that they can? What are some of the things that they do? They could do weekly content for you. They can create like he said, emails. They could do Facebook posts, like social media posts, videos. They could do all of that kind of stuff. Like all the stuff that you see me posting, those things have been generated by virtual assistants. And now we're using some AI apps as well, but for the most part, it's all virtual assistants. And then also they can, you could use them for there's like so many different things that they could do, man, when it comes to like they could do almost everything that you could do that doesn't require actually showing up to an actual meeting, right? They can, do your scheduling, they could do your outgoing calls, your incoming calls, they can help with receiving applicants information, like make sure they have all their documents. So what it does is it'll cut down what they can really do is cut down the amount of work that you have to do on the back end. So before you before a person reaches you, I would focus like in the beginning before you have like a really strong system set up. I wouldn't really focus. I wouldn't put an assisted living. I mean, a virtual assistant in for your clients just yet. They can call outgoing calls, but as far as receiving calls, I would, my first few years, well, like, the first 6 months, I would say you want to be answering those calls so you could be talking directly to the clients, the people that call in. But outgoing calls, that's fine if you have a good script for them. Like if they're just following up with different leads and stuff like that. or cold calling different lists that you may have access to, or that you might build, or have them, they can actually build lists for you as well, as far as listed, like similar to the Apollo OI. They can create lists for you as well. um People to call, like different potential referral sources, different facilities, and adult daycares and rehabs and stuff like that. They can call these places for you and kind of do like the initial introduction, and then when they, for the follow up, you can follow up and stuff like that. So it's just a lot of stuff that they can do on the back end. They can help you with, like I said, scheduling. They can actually, we have them at certain points. We started during COVID. We started letting them Zoom interview our caregivers. So what we was getting, we'll train the virtual assistant. They were in the Philippines interviewing our caregivers right here in Maryland. So they'll get them off Indeed, get all their paperwork, get all the documentation, make sure that they can actually work here in America. They got all they fit all our criteria. Schedule a meeting, schedule a virtual meeting on Zoom, conduct the interview, record it, send it to us with all the documentation, and then from that point, we can decide, do we want to go forward with that particular caregiver. So really good, really, there's a really big benefit for small businesses to leverage virtual assistants. Where you can find them is on Fiverr. You can find them on Fiverr. Like I said, we have some that's trained already that we work with, that you guys have access to. If you guys want to look at, we can talk about that service another time. um Freelancer.com. If you just want to find your own, you can go to Fiverr.com, Freelancer.com, Upwork, different sites like that. And then what we do, how we kind of manage them, we use Slack. Slack is like it's like an online project management service, where you can send private messages, they can share documents, you can share all your meetings and everything that's going on. You can have calls and everything through Slack, so you can kind of like interact and have like a one place where all of the work that they're doing is being kept. So it's not like all these different emails and stuff like that y'all send. They can post everything in different Slack rooms, or like Slack. I think they call them like rooms or something in there. But you can manage your whole virtual assistants in Slack, like all the work that they're doing for you. So they're really beneficial. Like Matthew, he's gonna need a website. They can do his website. He needs a logo. He can go to Fiverr, get his logo done. He can go to Fiverr, help him get his website created. These are all considered virtual assistants, or people who are outside the country, but they have high, they're outside the country, so that you could check they pay, you could pay them less, but they are just as qualified, or even much more qualified than a lot of people that you can get like in your neighborhood or in your community to do specific things. The only thing is certain there can be language barriers. So we like to work with countries that speak English, have really good English. um India, there, if you find, so it's like it's kind of hard, because you have to, if they're going to be on the phone, you want to be really picky. Or if they like doing interviews and talking to people, they're just not doing data and email and stuff like that. They're doing actual outgoing calls and stuff like that. I have had complaints where they said that there was a language barrier, in the different people couldn't understand them. So we just try to really make sure that when we put them on, we find one that we're going to put on the phone, that they have really good, clear English. And you can definitely find them. Like I said, in the Philippines, they speak English really well. There are some, Indian, India has that accent, but Americans are used to talking to Indians because they're like in the medical field. It's a lot of Indian doctors, it's a lot of Indian nurses. So that doesn't really, scare too many people, where they're used to that accent. As long as it's, people can still understand what they're saying. So so yeah. And so that's kind of like what we're gonna discuss tonight. what can they do? They can really increase your productivity. So if you got, just imagine you sitting at work and you got somebody, on the phone 20 and 10 hours a week, 20 hours a week, 30, 40 hours a week, and you're only paying $300-400 a week, but they're working at the same rate that you would be, but you're not, you know what I mean? You're doing something else. So that can really like increase your productivity to whereas though if you had that same person here in America that you had like an administrative assistant and you were paying them to do, 20, 30, 40 hours a week, it would be way more than what you would pay one of these virtual assistants. It just wouldn't be possible, especially for a new business. Hold on one second. Yeah. And again, we go into like reduce cost of labor. It's really no it's no way to compete. It's no way an American, there's somebody over here that can really compete as far as when it comes to like the cost. Because they just can't afford to. You can't make it work. You can't find somebody in America and pay them what you would pay a virtual assistant and get the same kind of work out of them, for consistently for the long term, because nobody's not going to be able to, work for, under, 10, 9, $8 an hour, you know, in America. There's no state, there's pretty much no state in the union that you can get that off. So that's something that you definitely want to think about when it comes to virtual assistants and increase flexibility. Another thing that what it really allows you to do is to really be flexible. Like I was saying, you could be working, um, you could be at another job, you can be, you could be on traveling, and whatever wherever you are, you can still manage them, and they can still be, running a lot of parts of your business while you're moving around, while you're unavailable. Like I said, a lot of times people are, when they start in these companies for the first time, they have a whole nother job. And you want to have somebody there to answer your phone or make them answer them outgoing calls and, send them emails and stuff like that you're uh while you're unavailable. So your business can keep going. Um, they do really good. Another thing is that the quality of work, they really do great things, especially now with AI and, like chat gbt, like emails can be written up so perfectly and so beautifully, and you can have really great content online. You can create video and, images and, brochures and, all kind of pamphlets and like, just different material for your company. And you can hire these virtual assistants to do this stuff and make it really look beautiful and, and really professional for you, like different PDFs you might send clients, welcome stuff, or just informational stuff, services that you like that you offer. Even some of the documentation that we have, you can get that stuff beautified, with your logo and, all of these different things, put it together in a nice package and send it to new clients or potential clients and show them different things. To where as though if you were to do it, like sit down and try to figure out how to put it all together, make it all pretty, put all these different logos and, these colors and make it look nice and presentable, it might take you days to figure out how to do that, especially if you don't have no background in like digital editing and stuff like that. Whereas though you can pay, like, again, you can go to Fiverr and find somebody to do this stuff really, really inexpensively. Or, if you have somebody, working for you hourly, they can do this stuff. And it's basically what they do, and then again, when it comes to like your social media marketing and your social media management, having your pages active and communicating with people who like your page and sharing, different content on a regular basis, keeping up with that stuff. They can also help you with like running your ads, managing your ads, and telling you, help. They're specific. So a lot of times what you get with these virtual assistants, some of them they specialize in different things. So we have like Winston was talking about, he has somebody, I don't know if he said he had somebody working on his SEO for him. He did. So you can some of them just specialize in SEO, search engine optimization. Well, they're going to help you optimize your website. Whereas though for me, I have no clue on what to do. As far I understand what they do and they send me the reports weekly or monthly, whatever the schedule is, but I would never know how to do what they do to keep our website, updated and constantly put new content on there and making it, rank in specific markets. You know what I mean? It's just a skill set, and that's what they do. And again, with running ads and finding keywords and putting different things in your ads and creating different advertisements for your business online, whether that's Google ads, Facebook ads, YouTube ads, they know how to create that stuff and manage it for you. So they're really good all across the board. And again, when you talk about administrative tasks, like making sure all the every caregiver, every applicant documents come in, they're communicating with them, making sure even your current caregivers that are they can follow up them and kind of just check in on them and make sure that they have different things going on that they need, as far as say, like if you're offering continue education, they can help manage that, making sure that that your caregivers that are working for you are able to get in and they're staying consistent with it, and just helping all throughout the whole company. There's so many things that as you go and as you get clients and as you start hiring caregivers and as hire different things, and then you implement different uh marketing strategies, and just as simple as the few things that Winston said. Like he said, he's going to be implementing direct mail, email marketing, and he's thinking about, he said, email marketing, direct mail, and cold calling. Like that's three major things that somebody's going to have to do that. And he's at the beginning, you're going to have to do that, but once you could if you start leveraging these virtual assistants, man, it'll make it a lot smoother and you can get a lot more done with a lot less money and a lot less time for you, that you have to do this stuff on your own, because it's only 24 hours in a day. And if you don't have the money and to just pay somebody over here, or somebody, an American, to sit down and actually make these calls, or sit in your office and make these calls while you have to work your other job, then it just won't get done. And that's the beauty of these virtual assistants, man. I can't say enough good things about them. What we get is weekly deliverables, marketing, branding content, so they can send different they could put copy, like just written word. They could do video content, short and long form content. When it comes to, like, so for example, when he said email campaign, what does the email campaign really mean? That's somebody that is going to continue. Like if you opt into a certain website, if you go to Brightstar or any franchise assisted home care service, and you go on their website, you put your email in, you're going to start receiving emails. Like somebody had to write each one of those emails and to send them to you, and they put them in a autoresponder. So you're going to get emails every 3-4 days, 5-6 days, however they have it set up, so you can constantly kind of they're going to stay on top of you because you opted in, show interest in their business, in home care services. Now they're going to be sending you content that's going to educate you and inform you about what their company offers, and some of the services and the pricing and how they can help, and different ways that they can work with you and your family to get home care because you opted in for that service. Who wrote all of those? Who's going to set that up? Who's going to manage all of that? That's what those are some of the things that your virtual assistant could do. Monthly newsletters, digital and paper. Believe it or not, they can create a 12-month. They can probably in a day or two, they can create 12 months worth of newsletters for you that you can send out to everybody whose email you have in your database, and it goes out every week. I mean every month 12, 12 really good newsletters. What is a great what comes with a great newsletter? You have some, you have your general, you have your main article, you have some highlighted stuff, you have like some type of if you because you're going to be focusing on a general area, what we like to do is put like the restaurant of the month, the activities, different activities that may be going on in the community for seniors to participate in, some humor in there, like a joke of the month. So you just kind of, and then you put some pictures of the community, different things going on. You have like your main article. Your main article might be something on dementia or something on diet or something, something that's beneficial for the senior population. And you have that for 12 months, and then obviously every month there's usually some type of holiday, so you can kind of theme it. So like in January, or there'll be something about the new year, then going into like Easter, Valentine's Day, different holidays. You theme it around what's current for that month. And so all that saying that can go into a email, right? I mean, a newsletter, paper and digital. You can send that. It's much easier to send it digitally, obviously, but then also you can have these printed up. And it's as you meet people and get into, you start building your contact list where actual people having actual addresses. You get people's actual addresses, whether it's people that you went and met with, families, caregivers, everybody's whose address you have. You want to start sending them paper newsletters as well. And what that does is it just keeps people in your circle, in your sphere of influence, informed about what you're doing as a company. And then that's what we were talking about. The email drip campaign is when those emails are going out every week, every week, every week. And again, the virtual assistants can really help you with this stuff. They can help you put this stuff together. They specialize in it. They understand it. They understand it about this as a marketing strategy, and they can kind of make you better understand how to get it done. There's some great ones. We have some great virtual assistants you can work with, but then also there's just great ones on like Fiverr. You go on Fiverr, or you go on freelance, or you go to Upwork, and you put in email drip campaign. You want a 52-week email campaign. You hire somebody to write that whole campaign out for you, 52 weeks. A great email every week. There's gonna be branded, have great content, might have some video content, might have some images, some links to different things that they can benefit from in the community. And then also obviously they're gonna have contact information for you, so they can drive the whole point of it is it drives them to get services from you. So they'll have obviously your phone number, your email, how to contact you if they have questions about getting services. So, and then when you think about content syndication, what does that mean? That's they take that same content that they generate, whether it's whether it's these emails, these newsletters, videos, and they circulate them on all your social media, all your YouTube channels. So so when you create these pieces of content, you can reuse it, and you can spread it out through your whole universe, like your whole social universe. Whether it's like your LinkedIn, you could post the same stuff on LinkedIn, on Facebook. If it's a video, YouTube, and all those sites put Facebook is video as well. Twitter, X now, Instagram, TikTok, like you have to eventually you want to be present. Not saying that you have to spend a whole bunch of time or a whole bunch of money trying to, focus on social media, just being on social media all day. But again, having this content being created, having a virtual assistant and having them actually manage this stuff for you can be very beneficial. Because if, like I said, if you're getting this content created in the first place, you don't want to just use it for one thing. You just don't want to use it for email. You want to also turn those, if you're going to do a 52-week email campaign, you want to make sure you have 52 weeks of social media posts that you could use as well. It's the same similar content. It's just probably, make it just wouldn't make sense to, you just have to edit it a little bit so it makes sense on social opposed to in the email. And that's pretty much it. That's what we use. Those are some of the things that we use virtual assistants for, and it's really beneficial, and it really scaled up for us during COVID because of the nobody could go get out, and you didn't want to, you couldn't go anywhere and you couldn't meet with people. So when you have caregivers and you want to hire them or you want to interview them, what's better way? You had to do it on Zoom. So if you don't want to have to do, you can't be there on Zoom doing another job or doing whatever. You had your virtual assistants. We had our virtual assistants being able to, at least interview them, do the first interview, second interview on Zoom, and they're in the Philippines, and we get an email, all of the caregiver's information, all of her documents with the applicant, all of their information, all of their documentation, and the actual video recording. We can go back and watch the interview. Then we can decide if that's somebody we want to work with. So, um, I really want you guys to think about virtual assistants, and if, like I said, if you're interested in joining one, our virtual assistant program, just let me know. And if not, you just want to hire your own, I can help you with that as well. Like I said, I definitely, no matter what, you're going to need them at some point. So definitely create accounts with Fiverr and Freelancer. You know, create a list of tasks for your virtual assistants that you could think of, like some of the things that you would have them do. And then start a project on Fiverr, whether that's getting your logo updated, get your documents edited, you can create an ebook. They can create an ebook for your company that just talks about home care and some of the services you can offer and some of the benefits of home care. And it's just branded for you, branded for your company. Like we have ebooks and I have hard copy books that virtual assistants created those things. I come up with the content, I come up with the concept, and they go get the data, they go get the information and put that stuff together. And then I can put it out, I can sell it or give it away, use it as um use it as, opt in, like a free giveaway, like, give us your name and your email so you can, get this free ebook. And that's what we could do. So there's a lot of benefits, man, to virtual assistants. And I just want you guys to really think about that. And I know Winston was talking about starting with cold calling next week, but I think he disconnected again. But but yeah, that's it. Do you guys have any questions about virtual assistants at this point? Or any thoughts?
Oh, thank you so much, Alan. So for myself, that is just starting out brand new, like how would they be beneficial to me? And then are they very pricey? Are they able to pretty much help to set up things and get it off the ground? And the other question is, are they very pricey, like expensive?
Okay, so some of the things that you can start them out with, like I was saying, like with your logo, your website, um, coming up with scripts. We have certain scripts for you, for for talking to like caregivers and stuff like that. But they can, they can help you with your website, help you with your documents, um, like like the home care documents that you need. They can update them, putting your logo, putting your spin on them, with your company and stuff like that on it, addresses and stuff. They can once you register, license and all of that good stuff, then they can begin to like start making calls for you, um, calling different facilities, calling different referral sources and stuff like that. Those are just some of the things I can think of right off the top of my head they could do for you at the very beginning stages. But as you grow and as things start to happen, as start the hiring process, they can post ads for you on LinkedIn or on Indeed for caregivers. And once the caregivers start responding, they can help you organize them and schedule meetings, whether it's virtual meetings or in-person meetings. They can help you with all of that stuff. Are they pricey? Absolutely not. In comparison to what they could do, um, in comparison to what American would charge you for, it's like half price, half. It's half. So say for example, you will get a virtual, you get an assistant, an administrative assistant to come work in your office. You're not getting nobody in America right now for under $20 an hour. You can get a virtual assistant for say $10 an hour, $8 an hour. That's not even heard of. Sometimes they'll do projects for even less than that. So like, so they're very inexpensive. It's a very smart way to get started and kind of like build your back office staff up with, so you can get a lot of stuff done. So they're very inexpensive.
Okay, thank you so much.
Let me see.
So Alan, working with your VAs, they're familiar with the home care, they're familiar with assisted living. So that's a good thing. And then they've already, they've been doing the work for you. And whoever else you've introduced them to.
Correct.
So I would like to get some information about that.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. So I'll post the link in the group. So you could I'll show you, put all the information up in the group for you. But yeah, they're already trained. The ones we have that's already trained, the ones we have, we only charge $10 an hour. There's a setup fee. And there's a minimum of we try to get at least 10 hours a week at a minimum, so that's $100 a week at a minimum. So they can have, you don't want to hire them and start training them and don't use them. You don't want to just get them for like 1 hour, get $10, at least $100 a week will get them to in your company helping you out for 10 hours a week. And you'll be very surprised at how much work you can get done, how much stuff they can do in 10 hours, and that's just 10 hours. So you can always get more. You can get up to, 40, 40, 50 hours, how many hours you can afford, and how many hours you need. And you can always fluctuate if you need more hours. If you're working on a project, you want to, we get a list, you tell them to, pull a list for you, and, they get a list of, 1,000 potential referrals or something like that. You can scale up that week, and they can, make those calls. And, when the people start following up, calling back, so the they can really become worth your while, and, really productive, man. And you'll be really surprised at how much activity they can create for your company. And the more you train them, the better they are. They're trainable. They're human beings. You know what I mean? They're very smart. They're very computer literate, very computer savvy, great with like Excel, PowerPoint, spreadsheets. And then, I mean, anybody nowadays with ChatGPT, you start combining all of this stuff with them, man, it makes them like superhumans, man. So, and they're already on top of it. They know that that's important for their, their job description. So everybody's getting more familiar with AI and how to leverage it with images and, content, just creating, asking questions and creating different just creating different, documentations and stuff like that, scripts. And, just it's just limitless on what can be done in that world. And combining them with, some good direction, you can, it's just so much you could do with them. So that's what I want to discuss this week. What I would hope for everybody to do is to go get this book. This book right here, The 4 Hour Work Week, pretty much changed my life. Like literally, it took me from just the whole idea of it just helped me to start to delegate all the little things so I could focus on the important things. And virtual assistants this is where I learned from virtual assistants, learned about them was through this book, The 4 Hour Work Week by Tim Ferriss. And he has some other books as well, but this is his first book that, was his biggest hit. And it's older, and I think he did some updates, but it's still just a great book on understanding how you can leverage these virtual assistants to basically manage your whole life. So we talked about what they could do on a professional side, on the business side, but they can also help a lot on your personal stuff as well. There's just so much things they could do, like helping with scheduling trips and communicating and managing your email. They could just help you with a lot of different things. So definitely I wanted to make sure we talked about that. along this course, and we'll talk about them more obviously as we go on in the future. So what I would suggest is, like I said, is create a Fiverr account. Go to fiverr.com, create an account. Go to freelancer.com, create an account. Go to Slack, create an account. Um, create a list of tasks that you for your VA. Like kind of just think about it. You know, even put it in Chat GBT. What are some put this exact search in Chat GBT? What are some tasks that I can ask my VA to do in my home care business? What are some tasks that I could have my VA do in my assisted living business? And ChatGPT is going to spit you out a list of all the different things that you can have them do. You know, just do that. Start playing with it. Start thinking about different things they could do for you, and help you with your business. Especially as we talk and go forward and share different things that you need to do in your business. See how they can help you along the way. Start a project on Fiverr. You can, Fiverr is it's called Fiverr.com because you know a lot of the jobs in there they start at $5. So if you want to get a logo done, or you want to get some type of image done, or some kind of branded piece of digital art, or you know some type of digital um picture or video, they start at $5 and they do great work. And you know, once you set up an account and go in there, you'll start to see like all the different things. You could just put business services, or you know, put all the things that anything that you can think of, like they from accounting, bookkeeping to you know creating videos, audios, doing commercials. Like it's just I can't even begin to tell you all the stuff that's on Fiverr.com, and how I've been on there probably over 10 years, and I probably have one of the I've spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on there. Like my whole life has been based around, you know, once I learned about Fiverr, I didn't have to do this stuff. You know what I mean? I didn't have to do a lot of the things that I felt that you know before I found out about Fiverr, that I would have to hire like these smart or expensive marketing firms, or you know digital image creator, digital artists and stuff like that to get it done. Man, on Fiverr they doing it for you know some of the stuff that you would think it would cost thousands of dollars and you know hundreds of dollars. They doing it for $25, $30, and you can get like really high level stuff like this book here that you're looking at, this book cover. You can get that done for $5, you know, on Fiverr right now. And you could do it, just like you know, I want my book cover like this, but I want it to look better, you know, more modern, or you know, whatever theme or idea that you got. They can do it, and you'd just be so surprised on like much how professional they'll make you, you know, your brand look and raise your standard of like everything that you do, whether it's on the professional side or on the personal side, when it comes to like creating, you know, invitations or um postcards or brochures, folders, um, just anything that relates to like business, or you know, even when you think about pitch decks, when it comes to like business plans, different things like that, they can help you with everything. SBA, like they can help you with everything. So really take a look on. I really can't say enough about virtual assistants. I can't talk about it all night, but it's just so much there for you guys. I want you to really take some time, you know, set a couple hours to the side this week, get that book, go mess around on freelancer.com, fiverr.com, and really start to figure out what are some of the things that you can do. Play around if you guys haven't. You know, obviously, I wrote this before ChatGPT came out, or I would have been having a little bit more about it. And I think I'm going to have a whole series, a whole class about ChatGPT to talk about some things I'm using it for, and some things you guys can use it for within your company. But then also you could train your caregivers. I mean your virtual assistants use it for as well. So yeah, that's what that's it for the week, for this week. Get that book, create these accounts, go to ChatGPT, help you create a list of tasks for your virtual assistants for your home care or your assisted living. Start a project, um, and yeah, and let's talk about it next week. All right.
Right. Thank you so much, Alan.
You have any questions before we hop off of here, Matthew or Don?
No, not right now. Thank you.
Okay, and again, this will
Thank
be
you.
up on the recording will get posted to the group. If you missed anything down,
Okay.
if you have any questions, and again, if you have any questions as well, post them in the group so we can all, we can all kind of deal with them. Don't be afraid to post your ideas, thoughts, and stuff throughout the week that you haven't struggling with or anything like that. Just post it in the group. Matthew can hop in and have his comments, or he can grow from it. Winston, he could talk about it. And there's a couple other people as well in the group that don't always show up, but we can all kind of help out. And that's kind of what I like to do with these cohorts, is to bring everybody involved and sharing and helping each other along the way. So, but with
Okay,
that,
that sounds good.
okay, I'll talk to you guys next week. And Matthew, schedule a call, man, and we'll talk this week.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Alan. I'll do that. I'll do that.
Okay, Matthew. Talk to you soon. Talk to you soon, Don.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Dawn. Bye-bye.